So my Camino documentary, We Walk From Here, was screened at the Melbourne Independent Filmmakers Festival. We're going to take you to that festival, but I'd like to give you a little bit of backstory about the theater where it's held, which is kind of a sacred place to me, like Cruz de Ferro. Check it out.
Get more out of life. Go out to a movie.
We're on the road to Santiago. We're on the road to find ourselves.
If you look down there, there's a little road that goes back into the trees. And it pops out on Hibiscus. And on Hibiscus, you will find a very special theater, which we're going to talk about today. So the theater is part of a lovely little plaza called the Oaks. My first impression driving up was the way it was surrounded by trees, like it was a hidden temple. You turn into the drive, and it feels like you're entering a different world, and then you turn the corner, and there's the theater. The fact that the theater is nestled back here among the trees makes it feel like a special discovery. But I was immediately transported back in time when I walked in, because it kind of took me back to the early 80s. Some of the newer cineplexes that came up in the towns where I lived growing up and going to college. I don't know, I was home. That's all I can say. I was home.
So 1986 would have been when Cobb Theaters originally took it over, which was the first major chain that had it. Mm-hmm. Cobb got sold out to Regal Cinemas. And then Regal declared bankruptcy and dumped everything that didn't make a certain amount of money, and this location was on their hit list to get rid of. In 2002, the owner that's here today took over, saw the potential, and they just needed to put a little TLC into this and bring it back up, because it's been such a community-oriented building. It needed to be upgraded to stadium seating. We just needed all the newest and latest and greatest that we could get.
For years, Oaks 10 has been running a program called Flashback Cinema. That's when they take films from the past, fan favorites, and they screen them twice a week. Well, when COVID shut all the other movie theaters down, Oaks 10 decided they would reopen and just show Flashback Cinema on all their screens. And we all went and watched some of our favorites. And I'll tell you, that saved my life. That saved my sanity. Middle of the summer, when COVID was going crazy, people were being mean to each other on Facebook, I could go to a movie and be transported to my past. I saw Raiders, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade. I saw Jurassic Park. I saw Empire Strikes Back. I saw a couple Mission Impossible films. My wife and I went on a special date to see Dirty Dancing. A 2-hour reprieve. And I am going to be forever indebted to the theater for giving me that.
What are these awards?
So these are awards of the Melbourne Independent Film Festival. Did one just several months ago.
Opening night of the Melbourne Independent Filmmakers Festival. My film's not for a couple days, but we're going to go in and catch the end of the opening feature. Here's the party on the rooftop.
And it is called Superposition. Give it up for Superposition.
for the Melbourne Independent Film Festival. This is the first night. We just finished the comedy section. We're going to watch the horror movies here a little bit. That's what I live for, is the horror. I do premiere tomorrow. It's a pretty cool crowd, man. We are anxiously awaiting the horror movie vlog. My favorite part of the show. Eddie doing his own documentary. Both of us in the documentary vlog. This is going to be fun.
Oh, you're on the YouTube?
Yep. So ends the second night of the festival. Just got out of the horror. And my car is the only one sitting over there under that light. Kind of scary. It's almost midnight and I've got to get up early to get back over here. Saturday morning, it's the Florida Filmmakers block at 9 a.m.
You know immediately when Mr. Boyle returned. I certainly will.
Now the film takers round table. Bad haircut, but anyway. I wanted hair more like Ian when I went to the haircut, and she said, "You got your Walter."
Mike, if you sit on me very thin there.
As you can see, there's the MIFF, and documentary starts at 3. I'm leading off the documentary, my film, so kind of pacing around here nervously. I got my two Camino friends here, John and Rick. I got a couple of my karaoke buddies, Mr. and John. And once again, you've seen this hall. You're very familiar with this hall. We've done this a few times. I am really nervous. I've just entered the young filmmakers, the up and coming, and so they're doing Q&A with these kids. I'm nervous as hell. It's about to begin any minute now.
I see that these children
Really
want more
nervous.
out of life.
Melbourne Independent Filmmakers Festival.
This is the first year we're having a documentary segment.
Our first film, As We Walk From Here, directed by Matthew Wayne Krause.
Every year, over 500,000 people journey to Spain to walk the pilgrimage on the Camino de Santiago.
Some are seeking peace and some are seeking enlightenment.
And others just come for the exercise.
And so we screened it. I didn't really film much of the response because it was overwhelming. It's exciting. I'm gonna walk the red carpet here in a little bit. See what that's like. Oh, by the way, they said to dress up as somebody famous. I'm doing Bowie during his Thin White Duke period. So this is the red carpet. It'll be awkward if I bring this up here, so we're going to walk this without you, okay?
Hello, Sir David Bowie. Do we have an alternative name for this evening?
An alternate name for what? I apologize.
Who are you?
I'm sorry. The real name's Matthew Krause.
Matthew, there's
there
the
we are.
camera right there. What
I'm
have
sorry.
you done?
I was just mesmerized.
Yeah, sure. So let me ask you, what did you do in this festival besides be David Bowie for the silver screen?
I have a documentary called We Walk From Here, just screened today.
How did it feel to have your movie up on the big screen?
It felt very good. The audience reacted where I wanted them to react, the way I wanted them to react, so I guess that's a good sign.
That's a very good sign. And how do you feel about coming back to the MIFF? Is this your first MIFF?
This is my first one with a film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only went to the first one last year, and I said, I gotta get a film in here.
You gotta go do it. You just gotta do it. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And your look is stunning.
Thank you, my dear. All right.
You guys, we are having so much fun here on the red carpet. Thank you.
Well, that was interesting.
There you are. And I wanted to tell you, excellent job on the documentary. I don't know if you saw his movie. Excellent.
We Walk From Here. It's my film. Wanted to soak up this moment. It's kind of like the wish fulfilled. I love this theater, and this festival is just really cool. So I was setting up my camera to record the awards ceremony, and then my name was called.
Matt, come forward, and then I know you have a few words. You had some great words today, but maybe a little bit about the film and what it meant to you.
Well, I'm glad people liked it. The Camino de Santiago is a transformative experience for me and for literally hundreds of thousands like me who go back every year. What's this?
So this is the Rob Curtis Humanitarian Award. It's kind of like the Stanley Cup of the MIFF, and each year a winner gets their name inscribed on this. And so you are the
Oh my goodness.
Come forward, and then I know you have a few words. You had some great words today, but maybe a little bit about the film and what it meant to you.
Well, I'm glad people liked it. The Camino de Santiago is a transformative experience for me and for literally hundreds of thousands like me who go back every year. What's this?
So this is the Rob Curtis Humanitarian Award. It's kind of like the Stanley Cup of the MIFF, and each year a winner gets their name inscribed on this. And so you are the recipient of that this year.
Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. Cool. Wow. Wow, this is cool. Getting my picture. Okay. I don't know what to say. If you want to know about the Camino, I and anybody who's walked it, we're like comic book geeks. You know, we'll sit down there and talk to you for hours about the Camino, what it meant to us. It's a very difficult thing, and yet people go back and do it over and over. Because it's transformative in some way. And I know I'm a better man for having done it than I was before. Better husband, better friend, everything. So if you want to know about it, come talk to me. I'll talk your ear off. There you go. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Maybe get a couple pictures with this. It's pretty heavy. Be careful. And believe it or not, Sue Dontel has volunteered to actually get it inscribed for us because we got a little bit behind on the inscriptions. But what an award. What an award. Congratulations and well deserved.
So this is it, the Robert W. Curtis Memorial Humanitarian Filmmaker Award, and I guess I get my name inscribed on this thing. This is amazing.